We're streaming live on YouTube. We're live
On a
on
Sunday,
YouTube.
popping.
Popping gummies on YouTube.
Let
All
me,
right, so
of course. Hold on. Shit. Let me just, okay. All right. I'm good. I'm ready now. I'll go as long as you need, whatever you need from me, Axel.
I'm
I'm on
high.
this
I'm
journey.
jacked. All right. Um, sorry about that, YouTube people. Bringing up
Hey,
the hijack right there, and here we go. Three, two, one.
welcome back, everyone, to I'm High and I'm Jacked, a
Hi,
hijack
and I'm jacked.
podcast about the Apple
Hi, and
Plus
I'm jacked.
TV show
Hi, and I'm
starring
jacked.
Idris Elba. Today, we're talking episode 8 of season 2 entitled Terminal, directed by Jim Field Smith and also written by Guy Bolton. We're here to talk the finale. Remember, you can go to dvrpodcast.com for everything that we do. Axel is, of course, my co host. What are we covering right now, Axel, on the DVR Podcasting Network?
Well, first of all, you sound amazing with your new microphone solo. You
Yeah,
sound
welcome
great.
everyone. I'm now you can really hear me like, is this solo
It
or is
sounded
this
really, I really like
bolo?
it. I like it. And you can hear me good too. We're jacked into each other, baby. I can feel it.
You know what? I thought I felt something. And then,
You do. You feel it, baby. We are covering DTF St. Louis on its own feed, or become a
nice.
patron at patreon.com/DVR. Just released a little quick note because we're not really releasing everything on daily DVR anymore because that doesn't have the Acast ads. So for that, go and subscribe to the feed itself. Just look up the name of the show, DTF St. Louis. You'll see it there, DVR. And Andy and I, and we hope to get you in there too, Solo. It's Men of Our Age. That's what that show's about.
Well, TNT did a show years ago called Men of a
I
Certain
know.
Age,
I
but we
loved
weren't
it.
there yet.
Yeah.
Now, now we're, I guess, well, I think David Harbour and Jason Bateman are a little older than us, but they're
A
actors.
little,
So,
a little, a little. They're supposed to be like 50, I
okay,
think, in the
that's
show.
fine.
Yeah.
When you're in your 50s, you can say you're
Yeah.
50
That's true.
until you're 60. Then you
That's
can say
true.
you're 57. All right, I'm just it's been
That's
it's been
true.
a ride this season with Hijack Axel.
Yes, I know
Um,
it has been.
you want to get into it?
Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's jack it up.
Okay, we're jacking it up. I want to ask you first, because I have some notions before we get into the episode proper, kind of about the show itself this season. So, first off, was the finale satisfying for you? Did you enjoy it? Did it answer everything you wanted answered? Were the answers okay? What are your initial thoughts on the finale?
My initial thoughts on the finale were that some of a lot of the answers were the very obvious ones and not more complex that I thought they might be. And I think some of always the theories outpace it, but that's okay. I actually really like the finale, and I wish that there are some aspects of the finale that the rest of the season had incorporated, like going back and forth and showing the connections between what's happening, right? Like I liked that we were finally all the pieces were coming together. I felt like the show took way too long. The kind of secret, like we're not going to say what happened, and is he really hijacked? It did, the payoff wasn't there, and again, this season was just not as exciting and fun as the first season. And also, when I saw Idris Elba off the train and he was like running, I was like, oh man, I wish we have a whole season where he is trying to like rescue hijackers, where he can move and
Right.
do things.
That's a great point because when I first watched it, I didn't I thought it was okay. I was like, all right, I'm glad to see, I really, because this is when Idris Elba, Hijack, this type of thing, I want to love it and I want it to be a top 5 for me. That's how much I root for the show and root for
Yeah.
him. I was left a little eh. So I was like, okay. And then I go, you know what? I'm going to rewatch the episode since we're recording later. And when I rewatched it, I picked up on a little more and I enjoyed it more. So that
It's
brings
good.
to me, this is a binge show. This isn't a
Yeah.
week to week
Yeah,
show.
you're right. You're right.
This is a binge show because
Yep.
binge wise, it will seem like it moved, even though Idris has been stationary the whole time. But you're right. Even though he was technically stationary on the plane, there was just more, it was more
He
interesting.
was getting up, he was
Yeah,
doing more, he was moving, and there were points in this season where he did. Remember, they got out of the train and went to that miniature control room and he started a fire and everything. But there was just I guess the kind of red herrings. There were more red herrings than there was substance to the show. And when you actually get down to it, I was disappointed that he wasn't really involved in some way in getting back at John Bailey Brown. I thought that he was maybe wanted to take revenge on him too. You know what I mean? And we were going to be like, "Oh, wow." But it wasn't. It was they tricked
and
him about the kid and his own kid and all that. So
let's hit that since we're talking about it. It's okay to go to because we got plenty to
let's just
talk
go
about.
all
But
over.
so the reveal was John Bailey Brown had nothing to do with Sam's son's death. It was a
Yeah.
trick to get John Bailey Brown on the train to kill him
Yep.
because our boy
Stewart.
Stewart, who's behind everything,
Yep.
wanted him dead. So then I started thinking about last season, started thinking about John Bailey because I was like, with John Bailey Brown, it just the way they showed him this season, he felt like a doofus. And I'm like, is this guy really behind?
Yep.
And so it was a little weird. And I mean, the great point when they see the video and goes, does this look like a rescue attempt? Like they start to figure out on like Otto and Sam, like, wait a minute, or why isn't he happy? So then
Yep.
everything started falling into place. I just felt that Stewart. I was trying to remember the finale and everything. Let me ask you one question. So John Bailey Brown kills that other guy. I forget the character's name in the first season that was in contact with the new pilot, that woman who took over the plane, and she's
Yes.
awaiting instructions from John
Right.
Bailey
He
Brown's
he was a
partner.
turncoat on his partner because the partner wanted to wait for more money to be made. The longer they could wait to sell, right?
Right.
Their stock and make more money. So he said, "No, I'm leaving now." So he shot him. I have his name in my original. I think it's I
Igor?
don't know.
I don't know.
I had it.
Ivan?
I had it somewhere in my notes,
So
but
I
yeah.
can't remember. Was Stewart aware of the lady pilot, or did he not know that?
Yes, yes. Stewart he is a part of what's it called? He was involved in the corporation, Cheapside, it's called, right?
Hmm.
That we saw the guy in the suit as well. And we saw him quickly in this episode and more so in last season.
Right.
And that's why he's saying that he took out John Bailey Brown. He's like, "Do you know who I am now?" He's now believes that he's sacrificed all this to move up in the organization. So once they try to take him out, like say they arrest him for this, that's why season 3 could be like Stewart's out of jail. He was right by taking out John Bailey Brown, he moves up in the organization and automatically has all this power because it's like this shadow organization or something.
Right.
But really, it seems like they're all being used by the organization, including him.
Yeah.
So it's kind of silly, right? That's why it's silly at the end when he's like, "Do you know who I am?" When they finally arrest him because they see him on the phone. That was uh that was not as exciting to me. I mean, maybe there'll be some kind of payoff if there is a season 3, but you
There
know,
just wasn't the payoff of, oh my God, he's behind it all. It was
yeah.
like, okay, is he? I thought he was a pawn, and then it built up because
That
Daniel knew, and then
that's
it was
what
like, hit,
dude, even I thought when Otto said to Sam at the end when they were at the final station and he's like, "Otto, go." And he's like, "I took the money. I did it. I'm so bad." And then he's like, "But you saved so many people." I thought Sam might say something like, well, this was partly my idea anyway to get back. I knew, like when Otto figured out that they were just going to blow up the train with John Bailey Brown on it, I
Yeah.
thought Sam was going to come out and say, guess what? This was kind of part of my plan too. I just didn't want all this shit that happened along the way that
Right.
Stewart ordered. So maybe they divert, but it wasn't. It was that Sam was tricked. He got angry, and then he kind of went on to the, when what's his name told him what to do at the restaurant, he did it. He felt he had to do it.
Yeah.
Marsha was in trouble.
Yeah.
So it's just laying, I mean, So the little I almost feel like it wasn't presented as well. It was a cool plot, but they didn't present it as fun.
Yeah. I just felt like, it, it would be great if you could show a season and then be like, oh, that didn't work. That didn't work. Let's redo it for the people. Like
Yeah.
that can't happen. And unfortunately, you're creating a show and you think everything's in place, but it doesn't
Yes.
play as well. I just felt I was missing something with this show. And even down to like, they tried at the beginning to make the train characters,
Exactly, Solo. Thank you. We're thinking the same. Yep.
and then everyone kind of just faded away. Even my wife was like, what about the young kid who jumped back to be with that girl? She thought something
Yeah.
was going to happen with him, and we get one line from him like, "Oh, the U-bone," but
Yeah.
it
Now
just
we're
we
back
missed
on a
the boat.
bus at the right. Like it just
And the
didn't.
resume girl, we just see her face, but they really missed the
Yeah.
boat on
I know.
using the
I know.
characters like on the plane. Like even our KGB lady that we thought was KG or whatever that died. It just like I don't know.
Yeah.
I love how they say all the passengers are safe. No, they're not. One got murdered and one died from
Yeah.
falling,
Yeah.
evidently.
That's true. That's true. Yep. Yeah,
So
man. I agree. There was. That's why I have to say, I do think that there was in this season a well-written show. I loved all the acting. I loved the setting. I loved the direction.
agreed.
It was just, it spun its wheels too much. And that's kind of the fate of some action shows, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like different seasons of 24 and different seasons of Prison Break. Sometimes it works and
Yeah.
it's just, and sometimes it doesn't. And it's so hard to kind of break it down. But I do feel I just keep on coming back to if they had got Sam off the train, like if maybe he was just, I don't know. I don't know that he needed to be on that train for this season to work. I feel like almost if he was going around doing the investigation, like our detective, who was ended up being a cool guy
Mhm.
and should have his own show, then I think it might have been a little bit
Yeah,
better.
I
But
guess you got to leave him on the train because he wants John Bailey Brown. That's the whole
yeah,
point.
yeah,
So that's what he wouldn't have left the train because he
that's the
wouldn't have been able to
conceit.
get.
I
But
know.
if you changed there could have been a way they could have changed it maybe to make it more interesting. But maybe in
Yeah.
season three, it's like the Bruce Willis film, 16 blocks. Maybe we'll have like Idris going 10 blocks in London and
I
we
don't
can,
know.
I
I
don't know.
think I don't know how many people are watching this. Um, and it is an international show. I don't know
Right.
how much it costs. Maybe it's doing really good in this country, but not in this, and they make another season. I would watch another season. I don't know if I'd commit to podcasting another season. They almost have to give us a good season, and then we can come back for another not so good
Yeah.
season four.
I don't think there's going to be a season three. I have this feeling.
Yeah, I don't know. What is Idris going to do? We got
It
to
felt
get
like
we
the
got to
end
get
of
him into
Luther.
something.
He's on the phone. Nothing, evidently, everything he did is fine. He can go freely and talk on the phone and be cool. But
Yeah, even Luther, like they still have not found, I still don't think that Idris Elba has surpassed his role on The Wire. I still feel like, to me, I mean, I loved Luther, and Luther is great fun, but it also is a little draggy, melodramatic. Like, I just really would love to see him in something that's just nonstop kick ass. That's what I
yeah,
wanted from this season because I really feel like the first season was a lot of fun, crazy shit. It just needs to be a little crazier. Even the bombs, when the bomb go off, they keep on setting a bomb off, and it doesn't even really look like it did much.
yeah. That was a cool shot though when
You know?
Lang sets off the bomb and
Yeah,
goes
it
behind the
was.
thing. That was
It
a
was
pretty cool
cool.
shot. I mean, it's a well-made show. There's just some
Yeah,
plot holes and different character things that we just would
yeah.
have liked to seen different. I know Idris, his character isn't action hero, former, Navy SEAL, right? He's just you know, he negotiates and all that. So I guess they were trying to
Yeah.
make him more human and not just an action star, but
Maybe
it's hard
maybe
not to see it.
next how about this? How about next season he's doing his job solo and someone else is hijacked and he has to
Has to
work and figure it out, work with people
and get Kevin Spacey and Samuel L. Jackson, the negotiator. Oh,
and then of course at some point he goes, "Take me instead of them." And he goes on to the hijacked thing. And then he gets off and then he's running. I you know.
yeah. I just don't want Idris. I don't want Sam to turn into Liam Neeson and Taken because that's. But I'm not gonna lie. If Idris Elba came out with Taken 4, I'd be there on
Wow.
opening day.
How speaking of Taken, how about the whole Marcia subplot, which leads into her running back to her, I think it was her own cat, just
It
lighting it
was
on
her cabin.
fire? Just
Letting a fire.
like,
Now, I could see the fire so the helicopter sees where she
yeah,
is. However, she's sitting there with an axe about to go in flames. And then all of a sudden, the two henchwomen men all of a sudden surrender.
I
That
know.
helicopter doesn't have any guns. I know they say people will be there soon, soldiers will be there soon. Why do
Yeah.
they give up so easily?
I thought that, listen, that was, it just didn't make sense. The whole season of her running around, all she ended up doing was getting that guy killed, and all he wanted to do was go back to his Airbnb with his wife. I feel so
Yeah.
bad for that guy.
I know you have been for
I really
episodes.
do. He is, but think about it. All the people who died, mostly except for one person, or well, in the end, three people who died, they were just so innocent people. You know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
didn't, I don't know. I don't know.
And then I got confused. Wait a minute. Do they want to kill Marsha or just take her? Like I couldn't remember. I know Robert was gonna text the people like, take care of Marsha because,
Yeah.
Sam wanted to be like, hey, what if I do this and let Marsha go? And he's like, that won't work for me. And so he was about to kill her. So I guess they just wanted her, but they
See, oh
just
no,
gave.
I got the impression that he was going to send the text to leave her alone, that it was over.
No, then why would they be fighting? No, because why would they be fighting and the phone slid and he's trying to get to it?
No, at that point, but at the very end, I think he had already given up laying. And when he went for his phone, he knew he was going to be
Uh,
shot. But I think he was actually seeing if he could text leave her alone, like it's
Oh, see,
over.
I didn't get that. I thought he was texting to
Oh,
take her
okay,
out.
maybe. See, it doesn't. We're both
Yeah,
watching it. We both have
we
different
don't
impressions. It's not. But I even liked that. That's what I mean. Is
because
like
he
I
goes, it
can't.
doesn't work for me. When Sam sets the plan, leave Marsha alone, kill me or whatever, let me whatever, and he's like, nah,
Yeah,
that
maybe you're
doesn't work
right.
for me.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I invented that. I thought he
Well,
was more like they're going to kill me anyway.
no, so I'm gonna take
So
anybody out as yeah, I didn't see it that.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's all
It was, and that was
again.
weird too because Lang himself, like when they went, when also all of a sudden Farber was like, who played like no role. That guy probably made like more money than all the other actors for because he's a recognizable American and he didn't really do anything the whole season.
The problem with the Faber character was he was behind the audience, us, and when he discovered things, it was no big deal. Like, yeah, we
That's
know.
what I exactly when he was like, I know who it is.
Yeah, we
I
knew
know
for
who it is.
five
Lang.
episodes.
I thought, remember we were saying last week, it can't be Lang. That's obvious. We know that. There,
Yeah.
but it was him. That's what I mean. Everything was very like this Stewart thing too. And when Stewart just laid it out when he was on the call and he was like, I've been doing this and we've got to get this fucking guy. He's Sam is in our way. I was just disappointed because I was kind of like, okay, I kind of could figure that because of the way he was acting very obviously and with the phone and everything. But I thought, yeah, I just thought it would be so much more fun if in the end, when that's the other thing with the phone call, when they play Sam the phone call of Marcia,
Oh boy.
why do they include the part when she's like, they're coming to get me? I thought the point was that they were supposed to make him feel better.
I don't. I, I I don't know.
They could
I,
just stop. They could
that
edit that
phone
before
call
they
thing
play it to
still
him.
to me didn't make any
It doesn't
sense.
make any sense. It was just a dramatic moment that's what I mean. It's like it is well written, but it just didn't fit. It just
Yeah,
didn't
it just
fit
didn't fit.
together. But goddamn, I love those shots of Germany and Berlin and the snow
Oh, and the
coming
snow. I
down.
was thinking of you
Oh,
when I go Axel's in like high heaven right now.
I,
I was too.
man, I just like stuff that is different, right? Like I don't see something set here, and I just thought it was really cool. I don't know.
And that's the thing. This show shot amazingly. The
Yeah,
acting is great. I mean, I have no problem with any of the actors.
not at
It's
all.
just
None
it
of them.
felt like whether it was edited wrong or just some things just because like okay, another we're gonna get into stuff we liked, I think, but like the other thing that me and my wife were struggling with was when Lang takes out that one agent who we didn't know
Right.
much about. We just kind of like
Yes.
he
Who
looks
was
like
suspicious
him,
of
but
him.
yeah. And then when the team leaves, I guess no one mentions like where's Agent Joe or whatever. And then Faber's looking for him and they find him, but it was like they didn't seem concerned that one of the main agents of this protective detail is just missing.
I know. And then remember, the other guy attacked Lang and said, "Who are you? You're what side are you?" So it was like they didn't think at that point, "Hey, maybe we should go check out the last spot that they were both in." That's what I mean. Like when they found that body too, it was almost like they were in the writer's room and they were like, "Oh shit, we never went back and found that guy." So maybe we can use that. Like how he connected that Lang did it made no sense. He was just like, he was there with him. So we're like 20 other guys.
Yeah,
They were all
they could have
through
been
the
all
fucking
any of them.
subway. Like that, and that was 8 episodes ago or something. Like, it was frustrating. Um, but again, if you get the action part right, and the propulsion of this series right, we can forgive stuff like that, right? We always forgive stuff
We
like
always
that. Like
do. Yeah.
I just watched that movie War Machine on Netflix, right? And it has tons of stuff that you could pick apart. But you know what it doesn't have? Boring parts. It keeps moving and the music and it goes and it's like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, Solo. It's like
No,
the
I'm
80s
with you.
action movies we all love. A
Yeah.
lot of them don't make sense.
It almost felt like it was trying to be more of a spy thriller than an action, and it just didn't
Yeah,
work.
that's you hit it. Knowing what you are, right? Like you either go the cheese and just go all out like 24 did in its best seasons, but when you try to be so melodramatic and serious and all that, it doesn't work unless it has that kind of fun, cheesy element to it. This
Or
should have
throw
been
Gary
cheesier.
Oldman in and you're fine.
Yeah, like I would
No,
have
but
liked to seen like, wouldn't it have been fun if like all of a sudden Kara's like, fuck this, I'm getting on the train. And she like went down into the subway and like just do
something
something
because
fun.
I was loving her character and I'm like, she really
Yes,
likes
she's
Sam and she's really concerned. Give her more. But I know we can't have everyone have him get
oh,
gross, but I felt like
she's
I wanted something more from her than just working triple shifts and drinking coffee at the end.
I want her to tell me what to do is what I want so
Well,
far.
we all do,
Oh, by
but
the
you
way,
know,
she is going to be in a new show with the creators of Dark. So that
yes,
was a good thing that came out. So I
I'm
love
super
her. She's
happy.
awesome.
Yeah, she's
Happy
really
to see
good. I
that. Yeah.
really one of my favorite characters of the season. I
Yeah.
just
Watch
really
Dark.
I don't know. Yeah, Dark's great. The boat one, I didn't. It did the ending of Life on Mars, American version,
It
but
had it. It had it. You know what? I was willing to give them another season, but Netflix wasn't. So it was pretty
yeah,
expensive.
yeah. I guess for me, again, this has been happening with certain movies and shows. I normally don't have expectations. Like I want it to be great, but I'm willing for the storytellers to let me know. But
Yeah.
when it comes to seeing a picture of a boat in the Bermuda Triangle, I thought it was going to be about the Bermuda Triangle and and it was
Yeah.
more, something else. And so that's why I was disappointed with that
I
show.
dig
But,
it.
you know, but whatever. Um, I liked Otto. I That
Yeah.
character turned around for me.
He
He
was
turned out
great.
to be a good guy, even though he took the money. But I liked it's funny because going in, we figured everyone had family being held hostage. Two characters now. that I kind of liked, Jess and Otto, they did it for the money. And I
Yeah,
kind of like that. Like he's like, I did it for the money. I mean, that's
yeah,
usually what can happen too. And then as you go through it, you're like, this is not what I signed up for.
yeah.
but um
I agree.
but I liked him. And then Zoran, I wanted more of Zoran, our detective. Hopefully he'll get his own show. Or
He
Creators of Dark, put him in something, please.
even that last shot when he's standing there, like everything's over, and and he's just kind of and the snow is coming down. I was almost like, is this like a backdoor pilot for like just a minute or something? Like, why are they giving him this hero shot? And then I was
Yeah.
kind of like, maybe somebody is thinking, some producer was like, listen, we might not be able to get Idris back for season three. Okay. So if we can change this and he takes over, I'm down. I
I'm
like him.
I'm down and
Hijack
may even
season three,
podcast
yeah.
about that.
And then Idris pops up at the end and he's the bad guy. I just want Sam to turn and be a bad guy. That I want
Oh.
that. I want him to
After
be a
all he's
bad
been
guy.
through, you would think that could be special. Well, if Marcia died, I could see that happening. Like that would be the last straw. So if they had killed Marcia, it would have really set up
And by
a
the
good.
way, Marsha's not even his wife anymore. Like, chill, bro. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like, that's not your job to be so worried about her. And no offense, okay, I have a son and everything, but I mean, your kid's not alive anymore, so there's nothing really connecting you. Like, was that really mean for me to say that? I mean, it's just like it's in the
very
context of the
mean.
show. I felt that's still
No.
their relationship. It wasn't. She wasn't even talking to her boyfriend.
Yeah, that was weird too. Like, and it seemed like Daniel, even though there were times where you saw him frustrated to help her, but it was almost like he's more about getting Stuart than saving Marcia.
Yes, exactly. He
Yeah.
was he was way more concerned with that than his girlfriend or wife or whatever they are. So I don't know, man. It was like maybe they're a throuple. Maybe I didn't know it and they're a throuple because he's
And
still
with
acting like that's his woman.
or maybe a quadruple thruple or whatever with our boy from Severance who said that word, and I had never heard that word before. What was
What,
his name?
throuple?
What was his
Oh, I
uh
can't remember
the
anything
African
that
American
of old.
character, the
I
guy we
I have
love?
I know. I don't
I
remember anybody from Severance from
Severance.
anything.
It's been a year, over a
Yes.
year.
Oh wait. Oh gosh. Now I have to go look up the cast while you're talking
What
so
the
long.
heck? Why can't I think of
Come
his
on.
name?
I can't think of
Milchek.
anything.
Milchek's men.
Oh, oh, there we go.
Milchek.
Milchek. Okay.
Thank
Oh,
you, Bub
he
and
did
Catfish,
he
for
say
naming
did he say thruple in
in
Severance?
Severance, and that's the first time I ever heard the word thruple
Really?
used.
So you do
I know.
not live near Portland, Solo.
I didn't know what a thruple
Wait,
was. I Menage
you
a
live in
trois.
Burbank.
Yeah, but menage a trois is what I.
Yeah. Well, it's when the menage, you wake up the next morning and nobody leaves. Then you're in a thruple and you didn't
Oh,
even
then
know
you're
it.
in a thruple. If it continues, if the menage
Exactly.
continues.
It
Oh,
starts as a menage and it
oh, and
turns
thruple.
into a
Yeah,
thruple.
I never used it. Well, that's like evil incarnate in Lost. I had never heard of evil incarnate before.
Really?
Is certain phrases that I guess I was immune to,
Well, it's always good to learn something new.
and I definitely did being on that U-Bahn train this season. Um, all right. Oh
What
yeah, I
else we
put
got?
snow and bright lights captures good visual, great visuals. We talked about
Yeah.
that, but I'm into bright lights and snow and darkness.
Oh, I
I
love
just
it.
ah
I love it.
um. All right, let's see if I have anything. I think we covered a lot of the stuff that
Yeah,
I wanted to cover. Um, I don't
me
think I
too.
have
I'm good, man.
anything.
I think I'm good on the
Yeah,
hijack.
I think I'm
Um,
hijacked. I don't know
yeah.
why I put fart by Farber. I don't know what that means, but um,
Even the tattoos didn't really mean that. I
we had
thought
the
it was going to end
tattoos
up
and
that
that thing
someone
in the
else would
vending
have.
machine.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like Ada Winter was going to move her arm, and we're going to all of a sudden see the tattoo on her arm, and then Kara's going to be like, "Oh no,
Oh no!
God control! Oh, we here."
Did you like when when everything was back online and all the lights and everything lit up? We're like,
Yeah,
oh, look at
I
that
like that.
screen. I
I
still
like that a
confused
lot.
what that is, but yeah.
I liked it. A lot of trains. They were just
And
everyone was hanging out.
Clara's boss took her coffee and started drinking it.
Yeah,
That was
they're
his way of
friends.
saying, go home.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
thought that was
she
that would
deserves
have
a break.
Starbucks lovers across the way. If someone took my coffee, I would have been really upset and would
How
have
much
probably
do you
hijacked a
drink? A lot of
train.
coffee?
I do now, yeah, the last 3 or 4 years. Well, I drink one a day.
Okay, one a day.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I
I
kind of.
don't do I'm not like a five cupper. I'm like one Starbucks and I'm good.
I used to drink so much coffee, man.
Sometimes a second one, but very rarely. That's in the evening if I need to
Yeah, yeah,
be
miss it.
alert. But
I
yeah,
miss
because I
it,
don't
man.
drink as much soda anymore as I
Yeah,
used to. I
good.
drink the one cup of coffee. My wife turned me. She's a coffee like she's like my precious. When I bring her coffee, she's like
That's how
precious.
Perry is,
If
man.
you're live on the YouTube, you could see me doing precious really soon,
She,
like a fat Ricky
yes.
Gervais.
Perry will say, like, I haven't had my coffee yet.
That's that's what my wife said when I was going through a bunch of stuff when I woke up that I had to do, and I was making mistakes. This morning, my wife's like, "You didn't have your coffee yet." I'm like, "I'm not one of those people. I can function." No, you're right. I
You
didn't have
need your coffee.
or something else.
Yeah,
Um,
baby. I dig it.
I almost feel like Axel that we should end this pod and do something else.
Yeah, let's do it. What
All
do you
right.
want to do?
I guess we'll talk about it.
Oh, oh, you want to do it on this pod or you want to start a
No,
different pod?
I think a different pod of us just
Oh, all
talking.
right. Let's do it. All
All right.
right.
So thanks, guys. If you do want to hear what me and Axel are about to talk about, which we don't even know, but it's a surprise. Go to patreon.com/DVR, and for a couple bucks a month,
I like
you
it.
can get exclusive pods like that. We're going to be up in the ante over the next year. We may be doing a little rebranding in the works, and we're going to be covering a lot of different things in the world of life and entertainment. So we got a lot of fun things in the pipeline. If you liked our coverage of Hijack, or even if you didn't, we do a better job on other podcasts. So you just go to dvrpodcast.com. We'll be covering House of Dragon this summer. There's a show that you're like, we need to cover this. I don't remember what it was, but I agree.
Sugar's coming back.
Oh, and Sugar. We covered the first season of Sugar. So we're going to do a little Sugar. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, Colin Farrell. Ba, 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 ba. You are an
Well,
alien. Oh,
spoilers.
spoiler. Anyway, uh thank you guys for listening. It's been fun. I mean, we if there is a season 3 of Hijack, who knows, but it was a good experiment. We tried to do
Yeah,
shorter
it was.
pods, quicker, cover more things. But Axel, the floor is yours. Take us out. Final thoughts, and we'll be no longer high and jacked.
We're not high. We're not jacked. We love you all. DVRpodcast.com, patreon.com/DVR. Check out DTF St. Louis. Solo, you're the man. We're going to end this and then we're coming back. We're staying on the Zoom. I'm just going to end the podcast. Do you want to stay on YouTube too so people can
Yeah,
go to YouTube and watch the rest?
yeah.
Okay, here we go. Later, everybody. All right, welcome everyone. We're in a special Patreon pod. We just came right back. What's up, Solo?
Wow. Hi, Axel. And if you're
How
hearing
you
my
doing?
voice clearly on the Patreon, I finally got a mic and I sound like the rest of the guys now. You're probably
You,
scared.
how are you feeling? I feel like you can hear me a lot better.
Oh, with my
Yeah,
Bose
yeah,
and the noise
yeah,
cancellation. Yeah,
yeah.
this is definitely already working better than my
I
Bluetooth. Because I think through the year, I think I was on like a second delay or something. So it
yeah,
talking over, we finally figured it out. One day I was like, everyone has a mic. I have a mixing board. I don't really want to set that up. And then I did a little research, and I'm sure you guys have told me, I just didn't listen, that it's easy now. Just buy a mic, put it into your computer, and you
yeah.
can sound better. So I apologize for 15 years of maybe not the greatest audio from me, but
You sound great. We're happy. We're doing
yeah.
good. I'm a little out of it. I can't believe it's 3 o'clock. This daylight savings really messed me up today, man.
I I
Ooh,
never succumbed or whatever. Never was like, oh, it's just an hour or whatever, but it messed me up today. This is
yeah.
one of the few times that I remember it messed me up because I thought it was 12. I thought it was 11:30. It was 12:30 when I was going about. And then I'm just, yeah, it feels weird.
It
Now,
does.
So now does it see, I was thinking of daylight savings time. I was trying to figure it all out. The history of daylight savings time,
Yeah.
Axel. So by pushing it ahead, now does it stay? Of course, I know as we hit summer, the days are longer. We get more sunlight at the end of the day or at the beginning, because not the beginning of the day, right? So if the sun rose at 7 a.m., you put the clocks ahead, would that mean it rises at 8 a.m.?
Yes, we get
Okay.
more sun at the end of the day and at the peak times of the day, which I guess helped with farming and production and also is supposed to help with driving. But the thing is, I think that I don't know whether it really works anymore with the way people live,
Hmm.
you know? I don't I I I don't know if I really completely understand it. All I
We
know
need
is
Andy on
that
the pod.
time is like
A box of
cool,
chocolates.
man. It's really cool, man. It's like time and stuff. No, I don't there's a lot of states who have done away with it. People get used to it. I mean, there are certain benefits to it, but I guess in the winter, if you didn't have it, it would be even darker, you know?
Yeah.
But
Uh, I don't know.
for a longer period of time, I think.
So you can't just adjust your farming day and out. Sorry, Andy, I'm ignorant. You can't just adjust your day by an hour and not change the time. Like,
Just like wake up earlier.
yeah,
I guess
could
it's
that?
like the peak time.
There must be
Like,
something. This is probably the wrong discussion to have without Ando, because he's probably like listening to this right now and just like solo. You have no idea what you're talking about. Defer to the expert.
okay, listen. All right, here we go. This is wrong. Okay.
All right.
All right, this is why. Okay. Say why 2 a.m. According, most people expected. Okay, wait. Why? No, it wasn't to help farmers. That's because it gave them one less hour to milk their car. Wait, so what the
You look it up.
that Benjamin, it was first tried out in Europe. The waste of daylight. The sun shines upon the land for several hours while we are asleep, but there remains only a brief spell of declining daylight in which to spend the short period of leisure at our disposal. The entire country went on to daylight savings to combat the energy crisis between 74 and 75. Hmm.
Hmm.
It's supposed to keep energy costs down. Daylight
So
savings overlaps with the hottest month, and the time shift leads to increased cooling costs that outweigh savings on lighting. So it sounds to me like it's just Woodrow Wilson first made it a law in 1918. The time wasn't officially changed until 1966.
oh.
So I think there's a kind of discrepancies as to the benefits of it. And I think that changing it, I think maybe people might, maybe they're afraid of computers and stuff like that now. Maybe it might affect since it's built into it. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know, buddy.
Ando,
All I
write
know
in
is it
to
makes me feel weird.
dvrpodcast at gmail.com if you have any thoughts.
Solo. So now that we
Yes.
are on a Patreon pod,
Hmm.
I do want to talk about my colonoscopy earlier this week. I do want to
Let's
bring it
do
up
it. I
and
can't believe I'm
encourage
saying it, but
everyone.
let's do it.
Yeah, I want to encourage everyone to get a colonoscopy. I did not have the best time. I had a little issues with passing out when they started pumping fluids into me, and it was not fun at all. But I went ahead with it anyway, and I am in good shape in my colon. But
It's good.
colon cancer, especially among men, is really on the rise. They're actually trying to do research now to find out why. It's probably like because we all ate like chicken McNuggets or something like that.
Mm.
But have you had a colonoscopy
I
solo?
have not. Just like the poop test, like
Okay.
they
Well,
get your
that's
poop.
good that you did that.
Yeah, that my doctors order that. They haven't ordered a colonoscopy
Okay.
for me.
Yeah. It's
I
good
don't
to
know
get it
if,
done. It's good to
yeah,
get it done.
I'm sure I'm gonna have to get one soon. Um,
Yeah. Not the fun. And it is way harder, the prep. That's what it was, is I
that's
was
what am hearing. The
dehydrated and
prep
everything.
is the
Yeah.
worst than the actual.
Yep. I did not drink enough water. That was my
Uh,
problem. I think I was way dehydrated, and it was like a shock when they started because they actually hydrate you before
so
because they
that's
know
when
you're
you started
dehydrated.
like to pass out and stuff when they were
Yeah,
hydrating. So it was just
yep,
saline they were giving you that
yeah,
gave you the
yep.
reaction?
It just hit
Oh, okay.
me and
Yeah,
it
because I
just
I
caused
was
a
talking to my
reaction.
wife about it because she's a nurse, and she was like, "Well, what fluids they give you that stuff after camera after you're out?" But so it was wow, it was just the
Yeah.
saline. Okay, yeah, then
It
that
gave
made
me like an instant panic attack or something. It was the same thing when I went to get a MRI and they needed to put the fluid in the IV. Have you ever had an MRI with where they trace? It's called like a tracer fluid.
I had MRIs done when I was in my accident in 1990, but it's been 35 years since I've had an
Oh,
MRI,
okay.
but I was
Yeah,
all
but
drugged up
this
and stuff, so I don't even remember it.
same thing happened to me, but it was over very quickly. I was able to stabilize myself. I think because the room was really cold or something. I don't know. I love it being cold. But yeah, this time, but also the nurse. I mean, I know your wife is a nurse. Man, shout out to Sue working over
So
there. And also shout out to all the nurses doing it because wow, I wouldn't have made it through without her. It was a harrowing experience, but I'm back on my feet.
yeah, it's I didn't realize because I called you real quick, or you called me on your ride back. You're like, I'm going to get chicken solo. I'll talk to you later. So I
Yeah,
didn't know. Like you had mentioned in a text chain or a Facebook or something about panic attack and stuff, and I thought it was just like, oh, you just had. I didn't realize the extent. Then the next day when we talked, I
yeah,
was like, holy crap! Because
yeah,
at the
bro. It
same
was scary.
time, our good friend Glenn, everybody's favorite Star Wars fan, had a stroke
Oh,
over a
yes.
week
Oh,
ago.
Glenn, we
And
love you.
so his roommate called me the next day and is like, where he was. So me and a few friends went to see him in the ICU. I went to see him the other day. And that was going on with him. That was going on with you. But I didn't know the extent of what you were going through till after. And I was like, oh
Yeah,
my God, what a crappy
yeah,
week. Two of my best
I
friends
know.
are, dealing with stuff. So, but Glenn's doing better. He now is at like a rehab facility where they're going to do physical therapy because he's got to learn to kind of walk again and get his strength back. So he's there now. And so, okay, I got to tell you a funny story about this though. So he's texting me. So he didn't know, like, as much as great as the hospital was with him and taking care of him, nurses, I think it was the nurses at Providence St. Joe's went on strike during this time. So they had like substitute nurses or brought in other people so the care started to, 45 minutes. He's like, I need a
Yeah.
nurse. I need to go, and they weren't showing up. And then they said, we're moving you to a rehab facility. Like it was 1 o'clock on Thursday. It was like, boom, we're shipping you to and he's like, so his brother was looking it up and it looked like a shady house rent by the hour place. Like he didn't know what was. So he's like, "Can you come get my laptop at the hospital because I don't know where I'm going if I'm
Yeah.
gonna." So I was like, "I think you're gonna be fine. I know some of these facilities aren't the best." But he was like, "There's no Wi-Fi or no TV," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I went and got his laptop. Then he called. He was texting me like, "Yeah, no, they have Wi-Fi and TV. It seems okay. It's in a shady LA area, but it seems all right. The person running it is nice. There's like 5 rooms where you go and they take care of people." So I was like, "Okay." So today he was like, "I need my laptop," and I'm like, "Oh crap!" But he also needs stuff from his home. So I'm trying to figure out, and then his roommate is doing a play, so he won't be home till this evening. And Glenn's like, I got a lot to do for my, disability, different things, and I need my laptop. So I was like, okay, I wish I had not taken the laptop. He just took it with him, but he needed stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it if I have to. Turns out another friend was like, dude, I'll pick up the laptop from Heath. I'll go to Ernie's,
Nice.
get all the stuff, take it to you tonight. Super nice guy. This guy named Brett, not our Brett, but a new Brett,
Oh, okay.
bartender, works locally, good dude. Him and his girlfriend was super nice. So I get Glenn's because I brought him a Star Wars light and a Star Wars bag just to
Oh,
give him some
that's
peace
sweet.
while he's in the hospital. And he had some other things in the bag, which I had, and his laptop. So I get everything together. I meet Brett at the corner. I give him my laptop and I give him Glenn's laptop and everything. Then I go back and Renata goes, my wife goes, isn't that Glenn's laptop? And I said, what? I gave him my laptop, not Glenn's. I was all excited. Like, I got stuff done today. Everything's good with Glenn. He's taken care of. I did my friend Cobles
Oh,
from England. He always
yeah.
does the
Oh,
hand slap when he's
yes.
happy. Cobles, we
Yeah,
had him on a pod years ago in the
I
pandemic.
remember.
So I was all excited. And then my wife goes, isn't that Glenn's laptop? So
Oh,
I call him
Solo.
Brett. I'm like, okay, I'm an idiot. I gave you my laptop, not Glenn's. It's the same laptop, except Glenn's is much bigger. Hey, genetics, what are you going to do? So he goes, I'm at Ralph's. I'll be right back. So I did the flip. And I felt like I'm at the corner of I felt like I'm selling laptops illegally.
Oh
So
my
like
God.
cars coming up and I'm giving laptops.
Well,
I'm just like,
you figured it out.
I got hit with all this morning. As soon as I woke up, I didn't have my coffee yet, but I was so like, but
Yeah.
he's getting the help he needs. Glenn, stay strong. We're here for you. And I was willing to go to South Central LA tonight to bring this stuff to him. I'm glad I don't have to. Shout out to
Well,
the new Brett.
there you
Uh,
go. Drinking
but
your
yeah,
gin
no,
and
it's just
juice.
like when life things happen, Axel, say you're not doing well and someone says, "Hey, if you need anything, let me know."
I know, man.
Not everyone means that. They
Of
don't think you're going
course.
to ask. When I say
No.
that, when you say that, that means I'll do whatever. And I was willing to do whatever to help him because if I was in his situation and all I had was a t-shirt and underwear and a phone and I need my stuff since I can't, because he can't leave if he were to leave the facility, I mean, he can't get into a car unsupervised in his condition. But he was willing to take an Uber to get it and come back. They said, once you leave the facility, you can't come back.
Yeah.
So I guess you have to stay, and he can't
You're
have
like
visitors
checking
either.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I just been thinking of him and you for the last week, and
Yeah, buddy. I
it was
know.
just when close friends like I mean, I love you're like a brother to me. Glenn's like a brother to me. Like when stuff, I just want to be there to help. And it's tough when you're out of state. Like with you out of state, I can't do really anything for you
Dude,
other than talk your ear off like
that's
I am now. But I'm close
no,
to
I love
Glenn,
it.
and he's around, so I just want him to
It's
not be
lovely, man.
stressed because he's stressing. Like, you can't be stressed right now, brother. He's
I
like, I
know.
need a smoke. I'm like, you are not smoking anymore. He goes, I know, I don't want to. But like when we're stressed, we tend to lean towards our vices.
We do.
Um,
We do. Well, I think the same thing. I think about our man A Dash Hustler out there in chilly Philly. We
yeah,
get older. I mean, we're lucky. Something happened to you, of course, I would drop anything, do anything for you. But I know you do have your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like in
I have a good
emergency
support system
situation, like I need
in
to be picked
California.
up. I need something brought to me, right? And you have so many friends. Of course, you're Heat Solo. I'm lucky too. I
What?
have my wife, I got my brother and sister-in-law, my nephew, my son, And like when that happened to me, my wife was there, of course, taking care of me when I got home this whole week, taking care of me, letting me get my strength back up. That's awesome. Even like Andy, we are supposed to do that DTF St. Louis. We couldn't do it till later in the week. Little things crop up. I just wish the best for Glenn because
Yeah,
the healthcare system is so difficult and it's so unrelenting, but it's also filled with amazing people who really actually want to help other people. And they're
correct.
really trying to do that. They can't always do that. And they don't have enough time in their day to take care of all the people who need to be taken care of. So I just just hope Glenn has someone taking care of him who is looking out for him, and that makes me feel better because he'll get back. Hey man, people get back. Look at like I was talking about Hustler. He almost had a freaking widowmaker heart attack, man.
Ugh,
He was lucky. They found it.
yeah,
He's doing good.
good.
It's
You
just
know,
like,
it's scary, Axel,
getting old.
because I mean, for years I lived alone.
Yeah,
And when I
I
got sick and
remember.
stuff, it's
I
just me.
remember.
Luckily, like my friend Dell brought me Gatorade, like when I was sick one day. People help you out. People, hey, can I get you anything? And it's nice, but it's like I don't like to put that on people. I'm not that type of person. I don't like to
You
ask for
wouldn't, but if
favors.
you needed it, it's good to have the people
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
That's what it
That's the
is,
thing.
right? Like,
That's when I know I
yeah.
need the help, I'm like, listen, I hate to ask, but
It's
you
just
know,
like, dude, you love Glenn, but would it be realistic to say, hey, Glenn, come live in my living room now and I'll take care of you 24 hours a day and nurse you back to health? That's not possible.
no,
You have to
if
live
I
your
want my marriage
life.
to end,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
No, but you're
I'm
right. I don't
saying
have like if I had a guest house,
everyone has their
if
limits.
I
Yeah,
was very rich or something, it'd be
yeah.
no issue, you know.
Well,
Um,
Star City
I've
is featured on Tubi.
it is. It's featured. I hope it just wasn't featured on my system. But it was the first time it was featured, and then we were up like number one in mystery, number two in crime thriller. We've come down since, but I don't know if it's regional, because like Ando looked at his and goes, "No, you're number 30 on my list," and I'm like, "Is it? It might be different regionally. I don't know how they do it, but
Yeah, there's an algorithm, and that's how it presents to you. It's like people say, you look at it when you look at someone's Facebook, Instagram, Netflix, it looks
yeah,
totally different than yours, even if you watch very similar stuff,
yeah,
just because of where you're located, what time of day you watch things, how many people they think are in the room. It's a lot of crazy shit. Speaking of that, Solo,
yeah."
since we do
Speaking,
talk about TV and film, and
hmm
I love talking about life, but I'm wondering, have you been watching anything lately that you're interested in telling me about?
hmm
What is it? What have you been watching,
I
Solo?
forget. Okay, so just completed Hijack, the show we
I'm high
covered.
and I'm jacked. I'm high
I'm
and I'm
looking at
jacked.
well,
You
I've
watch
been watching
Ponies, right?
what's that?
Ponies. Didn't you watch
I was
Ponies?
just going to bring up, I've been
Okay.
watching a lot of movies lately. I,
Nice.
I and I've been obsessed on Letterbox, logging them in, rating them. I do a podcast called The Film List where I
Yeah,
count down my
baby.
favorite 1,000 films, so that's part of the reason. But for years, I'm looking. So what I did was I did a little project. I log in like when I first got Letterbox, I logged in every movie I saw, rated it, and kept going through. I was obsessed. Now I'm obsessed and I finished is logging it when I saw it. Like so in 2023 I started using Letterbox, but like I didn't watch Manchurian Candidate. I watched that in 1984, not in 2023. So I literally was going back and guessing the best when I saw the movie. So even in
Ooh, that's
1979, I know I watched
interesting.
Pinocchio and Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
kind so
cool.
just to get a feel. So I was looking at it and there were years where I didn't there I would go months without watching a movie because of TV, the revolution of this new
Yeah,
TV and everyone
movie
doing shows.
televised.
So I've been watching a lot of movies, of course, catching up on stuff, but Ponies is one my wife wanted to see on Peacock. It's about these two women who are wives of like the CIA operatives working in Moscow. And the premise is they go on a mission and die. You don't see the bodies, but they're presumed dead.
The husbands.
The husbands. So the two women go back to America and they're like, because they send them back and they go back to Moscow to kind of say, hey, we can work as assets. No one will expect two women to be working for the CIA. So they're starting to,
And
so
this
that's
is
the
set in
premise.
the 1980s, right? Oh,
76, I believe.
76. Okay. Because I saw the first
1976.
episode. Perry and I watched the first episode. She did not like it as much as I liked it. I think tonally it's interesting because it is it has good action and there seems to be stakes, but it also is kind of funny too. It's a little bit, you know what I mean? Like
The
it's not,
Americans meets Poker Face is what
yeah,
I kind
yeah.
of put it.
I like the way you said that. It's quirky. It's
Yeah.
quirky. Like they
And
don't waste a
so,
lot of time that they're like like their husbands die and they're not like, oh, they're not gonna like kill themselves. They kind of get right back up there and they're like, let's do this.
yeah, because they're like, okay, what are we going to do? Sit around and what are we going
Yeah,
to, why don't
yeah.
we
They're
try to find out
motivated.
who killed our husbands?
Yeah,
What happened? No one's
yeah.
given us any information.
I like it.
Um, but yeah, no, it has the poker face, quirky feel. It has the American 70s, 80s, that whole in Moscow. Like, I love that feel of the show. And we were kind of in the mood for something fun that has spy. So I think this really works. And I'm not going to say this is going to be the greatest show or in my top 10, who knows, but we're really enjoying it. Like,
Yeah.
the acting is great. Um, the one actress, well, you got Khaleesi from Game of Thrones,
Amelia Clark is
Amelia
the
Clark,
lead, and Haley Lou Richardson, who
who
was the assistant in White Lotus season two.
that's
Yeah,
where I know her from.
yeah.
Because I'm like, because she kind of looks a little like Poker
She
Face.
was fooling around with Leo Woodall, that actor who's
Yeah,
popping off now too.
yeah. So I was like, oh, she's good. Like
She's
she's
very
got
good.
the great comedic timing. Kind of,
Yeah.
I can't even think about Natasha. Uh, no,
Leone.
who's Poker Face? Russian
Leone.
doll. What's her name?
Natasha Leone.
Natasha Lyonne,
Yeah.
who is unique in her own right, but she has the Natasha. I mean, the hair, but her demeanor. She doesn't have the scratchy voice, but she has that comedic ability like
Yeah.
her
And she's
that
tough in
fits.
this show. She's like, hey,
Yeah,
come on, we're doing this, we're doing that. But
and
she's
she's the
also gorgeous as well.
yeah, and Amelia Clark's playing kind of not the badass.
Right.
She's more of a, you know, and I like that because I haven't seen that side of her because I haven't seen a lot of her movies. But it's nice to see like she looks younger too. I don't know
She
what
looks so different.
she
Yeah,
looks
she
so
totally looks
different.
different.
Uh, but no, it's a good show. If you're looking for a fun show that has those elements that we talked about, a little spy stuff, some comedy. It's not slapstick comedy, but it's not like dark and heavy completely.
Yeah, it's lighter than you think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's really enjoyable. It really is.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so that show, you know, we will watch The Night Agent. I don't think it's a very good show. It's just a fun binge to get through. Like, I don't know. It's kind of just bang it out. Okay, this is fun. But we haven't started watching that yet. I'm gonna check out Marshall's, the Yellowstone spinoff. I don't
I
know how
have
good
been
it is.
taping that. I've been taping that. I want to check it out. It could be fun. It could be like a fun CBS. That guy's pretty good. He's a good actiony type of guy,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's gonna be fun. Of course, I watched The Pit. I know you can't watch The Pit. And after
So
last
good.
week, you and Glenn should not watch The Pit because the corporate runs everything. It's not about the doctors and the nurses. It's about money
Oh,
and
I
moving
know.
beds, getting beds
I
freed up.
know. I know.
But
I know.
it's a good show, though.
Don't I know it? But
But
the nurses and the doctors, they're trying to help you, though. They
of
are.
course,
They're
they
good
they can
people
only
doing
do
their
what they
best.
can do.
We're all doing
and
our
and that's
best.
why I mean the nurses run the I mean they're the glue. I
They
mean
are.
I'm biased of course because my wife's
You
a
are.
nurse, but still I worked
Your,
in a hospital years ago. I know how things go.
your wife's your glue.
So she's more than glue. She's like was it I was trying to look for in the Marvel movies, not titanium. What's
Oh,
the vibranium?
I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
Whatever the Captain Shield's made of.
Ultramanium? I don't know.
I don't know. But Paradise season 2.
Ah, okay. We are two
Do you want to go
episodes
there?
in. Yeah,
Okay.
2 episodes in to
We're caught
season
up.
2.
I don't know how many. I think it's three or four
Yes, so
episodes.
let's not do spoilers for
I
this
won't do
yet.
any
Just
spoilers. It's gonna be
general,
generalities.
yeah. I'm happy. I'm liking the first 2 episodes.
This show. Okay, so I feel bad because I really liked the first season, and we had that one episode, like the flashback episode, that was one of the best
Oh, that one,
episodes
yes.
of TV
Yes.
that year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how are they gonna continue this? Because I'm not gonna say it got soap opera. It didn't. The reveal was pretty cool. Who killed the president in the first season? All that stuff. But I'm like, how are they gonna keep this going? I am impressed. What they're doing is they introduce a new character, but they dedicated like an episode to a storyline, and then the second episode they went to that
And that's
storyline,
all I've seen so far.
and that's all you've seen. And I think they may do that one other time, and then it all comes together, or they mix and match. But I like the way they're doing that because it's got a Last of Us vibe, but like a special Last of Us
Oh,
vibe,
I like
like
it.
that season, that episode 3 with Nick Offerman and the
Yeah.
guy from White Lotus, like that kind of feel to it. And Shailene Woodley
Yeah.
is in the show. I love her, even though she did almost marry Aaron
Oh,
Rodgers.
she did.
But hey, we don't know Aaron Rodgers
I know.
personally. We just know what's on the interwebs. So
He was so good
I
at
was hoping that would
quarterback at
work
one
out for them.
point.
But anyway, this show is awesome.
Yeah.
This is well done. The acting's great, and episodes 3 and 4 are really good. That's all I'm gonna
All
say.
right. I see. I'm trying to get the white. I'm always like, let's watch Paradise. I love it. And I thought so. when they are getting a little bit more emotional in this season, I think they're doing it better. And I think that now I'm not going to fault. I know a lot of people love This Is Us. I was a big Parenthood fan. I know that when a show touches you and it's about family and you forgive a lot of other things, right? Like maybe it's a little cheesy, a little
Right,
weaky.
right.
This Is Us was not for me. I felt it was a bit over the top with the telegraphing, this is a sad moment, or the poignancy of the stories. And there was a little bit of that in the first season. But just for instance, there is in the second episode, they kind of tell a little bit of the story of our main hero and his wife. And I thought the way they handled that was done very well. Even in some of the music and stuff was a little ham-handed, a little soap opera-y. I
Well,
still liked it. And I think it was worth it. I really like all of it is really worth it. And I really like this show. I really like it. And it's only supposed to be 3 seasons. You know, they announced that. They said they're
oh,
only
I did
doing
not know
three
that.
seasons. Maybe I think Sterling K. Brown doesn't want to commit to like a 6 seasons of a show.
Yeah,
They're probably paying him out the wazoo too, because don't forget that the dude won like an Academy Award a couple years ago, right? It wasn't that long
or
ago.
an Emmy. Did he win an Academy Award?
Didn't he? I thought he won supporting actor. In my mind, he did. Maybe he didn't. He was nominated.
Oh, maybe he did. Sorry, Sterling K.
What was that called? American Fiction? What was the name of that
Oh,
film?
did he win for that? I don't even
I
remember.
love that movie. That was a
I have
great
not
movie.
seen that.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, you
yeah, I
should
gotta
see
watch
that
that. Yeah,
movie.
I forgot about that one. That one I
That was a
definitely.
great movie, man.
Yeah. No,
Just
I
for
like
the
Sterling
acting.
K. I
Oh
like Sterling K.
God, yeah.
The only thing I will say you're gonna hate, but let it go.
I'm gonna let
They
it go.
do cover Another Day in Pet, the Phil Collins song. Oh,
It
think
appears in the
twice.
show. Oh my
What?
God.
Phil Collins is not in the show, no.
Oh no, but I mean the song itself. Oh, it was called American Fiction.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. I know you're not a big fan of covers. I mean,
No.
Yellow Jackets like soiled uh our thoughts on
Well,
that.
you know what? I don't get it. I get maybe they cost so much money now to run the original
They do.
song,
Well,
but
but a
just like,
lot of shows through the last 10 years have taken hits and doing that slow
yeah, I
version.
know. Grey's Anatomy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and then you add like a
think
girl singing it, right?
twice.
Like a
It's
12
always
year
a
old
female.
girl singing, or like,
Yeah.
oh, think
Twice. That's exact.
twice.
That's
It's
and
another
it's very
day
slower and
in
paradise.
paradise.
Oh, think twice.
And you're
Yeah.
like,
So, but it kind of, I did
sorry.
Shazam the cover. I kind of like
Oh,
it.
you Shazammed it, did you?
I do
You
Shazam a lot.
Shazammed it. I've been listening to more music lately. I've been,
Oh
because
yeah,
I've been going back to just going back more back to the 70s. I've been going
nice.
back to the 70s.
I
I'm
want to
I'm
do
I'm
a
a big fan
documentary.
of easy listening. Oh,
I
oh,
want
a
to do a
doc on what?
doc, car rock versus yacht rock. I've
What's the
invented car
difference?
rock.
What's the
Okay,
difference?
I'm
What's
gonna
car
I'm gonna break
rock?
it down for you.
Break it
Car
down, baby.
rock is songs you would listen to on a road trip or in a car.
Okay. Okay.
Now, you can't use anything that's considered yacht rock doesn't qualify unless it's after midnight.
I like that.
So most people aren't on yachts after midnight.
That's true.
Maybe Robert Redford
Or you're
and all those
asleep.
ones. Or you're asleep. So
But wait,
some yacht
somebody
rock
is
could
usually
become,
mad. But wait a second,
let's
Solo,
work
you're
this out.
wrong about this
Okay,
because
okay. This is
on
good.
the yacht, there must be one person who stays up to make sure that the boat doesn't drift. They're on night watch.
Okay. But they're probably not listening to music doing that.
No,
They're
no,
listening to podcasts.
they are. They listen to us.
So, I mean, this is a work in progress,
I
but
like it. Car
car rock.
rock.
And if Steely Dan or Toto played backup on any, that can't be car rock. It's road trip songs that are not yacht rock. And I'm developing the research, and on what constitutes car rock versus yacht
Okay.
rock.
I got it. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what
Okay.
it
Talk
is.
to me,
It
Goose.
has to it has to have a driving beat. I think that, for instance, A lot of 80s stuff is definitely car rock. You want to blast it while
You
you're
want to
driving in your
blast it.
car.
Unless
You
it's
even want
after
other people to
midnight,
hear it.
late road trip after midnight, you can have some slower songs
But
because
that's when
it's
you're
yeah.
drifting.
Um I like that. And if a song like America Ventura Highway is talking about a
That's
highway,
great.
that's automatically car rock.
Yes, of course. That's beautiful.
Ventura Highway in the
That's a good one. You know what is great car rock for me that I listen to while driving and does if I was tired and I needed to wake the fuck up when I was driving. Ooh, nice Muletown. Oh, I have mine upstairs. I have a blue one. When I was driving from, say, New York to North Carolina or back and forth when I lived there, I would listen to Queens of the Stone Age.
oh, just the, okay.
Perfect.
I love Queens of the Stone. I'm a Screaming Trees fan and the lead
Yeah.
singer who passed,
Yep.
recently.
Mark Lanigan.
Love, love Queens of the Stone Age. They're
Yes.
on. Okay, so I've been making mixes since I was 10 years old, maybe even nine. And when I bartended, I would have playlists. I don't duplicate songs. Every playlist, same one
Oh, I
band song
remember.
only,
Yep.
unless solo artists sometimes. Like I could have an Eddie Vedder song and a Pearl Jam song that would constitute my playlist parameters. I have about 260 playlists. They're genre, they're just my rotation ones that have everything, like classic rock, rap. I mix it all together and make a
Wow.
and I name the
Wow.
mix. And I name the mix based on so I have um get your COVID shot mix, I think it's called. So all the songs actually kind of like relate to get your vaccine, like different things. Like so there's anyway, I put a lot of thought into
That's
this.
amazing, buddy. I love this. This
So
is
I
pretty amazing.
so I love playing music for people. I would have customers where I would make playlists for them. I would quiz them. Hey, I'm doing it with you. It's a work in progress. Tell me your favorite songs and who do we would do an A to Z playlist. I would have my patrons in the bar. Okay, A, Joe, give me a group or a last name of an artist that begins with A. He'd go Aerosmith. I would then pick an Aerosmith song. Glenn, B, Beach Boys. Put a Beach Boy. We would do a lot of fun stuff like that. So
I
I'm
love
obsessed.
this.
So a lot of the music I've been getting, like, because I don't listen to the radio, but I kind of look at iTunes, see what's hot, see what my bands come out. But a lot of shows play some great music, catchy tunes, older songs like that Minnie Rapperton, uh,
Yeah, Minnie
Maya
Riperton.
Rudolph's mom.
Yeah, yeah.
Show me the way to the
Oh,
baby.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sha-da-da-da-da-da-da. It was on a
Yeah.
commercial. Freaking love that. That's on my latest mix. Like, so I get a lot of my music from shows or commercials now too.
Tarantino used that song, I think, too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think that was in a
Okay, I don't think it was
Tarantino
on a
movie.
soundtrack, but it might have been in
Just
a
the
movie.
part when the horns kick in. It wasn't
Ah.
the whole song.
Oh,
I think it was Kill Bill.
oh,
Yeah, I think it was Kill Bill.
oh,
She's walking down the hallway or something, and then you just hear, "Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da,"
oh,
and
really?
then it kind of dies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I have to
Or
check it
maybe
out.
even did PTA use that in?
I'm sure someone, this
Maybe it
Chat
was in
GBT
them. Maybe
commercial
that's
is what
why.
really caught my eye because
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sure, I mean, the
Oh, yeah,
song's
that's
been
right. It's in
around
the
for,
ChatGPT commercial too. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, when I told you that, you didn't know that Minnie Riperton was her mom.
I probably knew at some point, but I get confused with
Amazing.
Peggy Lipton. No, is it the girl from the actress from Twin Peaks, her
Yeah,
daughter, who's I
yeah.
love, and I can never remember her name on Parks and Rec.
Patty.
No.
Oh, who?
Um, she was on Parks and Rec and The Office. She was on an episode of Black Mirror. What's her name? She has famous parents.
I know.
I think it's
Yes.
Peggy Lipton, I think is her name
It's a
from Twin
Quincy
Peaks.
Jones's
Quincy
daughter.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quincy Jones and the actress from Twin
Yeah.
Peaks.
Yes. Yes. You're
Why are you
absolutely.
laughing at me, Axel? Because
No,
I'm a
just your
laugh.
face is funny.
I know my face is funny because if you're live on
What's
the
her name
YouTube, you can see
again?
it.
We're both so old, man. We're like
Oh my
blanking
God, I'm
on
getting
shit.
worse. I used to be like this. Ever since I stopped bartending,
Rashida
Rashida
Jones.
Jones. I don't know
Yeah.
why I can never remember her name. Her
Well,
and Martin
marijuana.
Landau. I can
Yeah.
never get Martin Landau's name right. I
Oh
always think
God,
it's Milton
Martin
Berle,
Landau. Wow. Well,
but I
maybe
love
they
him.
both had huge penises. Maybe that's what you
Probably
remember.
J.K. Simmons on
J-
Saturday Night Live
Oh,
movie.
really?
He
Um,
plays Milton
oh,
Berle.
does he?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I
he
gotta
whips out
watch that
his.
whole thing. I have not watched that
I
whole
love
movie.
that movie.
I gotta watch it
It
again.
is so good.
I
It's so
started it, but then I started it, but I wasn't in the right mood because I didn't realize that it's kind of meant to appear as though it's happening like in one take. It
yes.
keeps moving and moving, and
It's awesome.
I was kind of tired, so I
Yeah,
was like, I'm gonna watch this again from the beginning when I have some
watch it.
energy.
When you have energy, it
Check
is.
it
I
out.
love it. It made my film list, top 1,000. That's how much I loved it. That and September 5th about the
Oh, that was
Munich,
amazing. Yeah.
that film didn't, me and Ando talked about it on the film list. It didn't get any like publicity or nothing.
No,
And I thought it was one of the
it's
hidden gems of the year.
fantastic. I did too. I thought that that was great.
I
Yeah,
love
and
that
then if
movie.
you watch that with the documentary, what's that? One day, one Sunday,
Oh,
I think. What's it?
they
Is
are
that what it's
very
called?
close to,
A
yeah,
Sunday
what,
in September, I think.
something like that.
Is
Four
it
days
called
in
that?
September, maybe,
Something
or
like that. Yeah. If you watch those
because,
together, it's amazing.
yeah, and then watch Munich with the Steven Spielberg, Eric Bana Munich
Oh
after
shit,
trilogy.
Solo.
What a great
That is
trilogy.
such a trilogy. That yeah, because Munich is great. You know, low
I
key, Munich is one
Munich
of
got better.
Spielberg's best movies.
Loved Munich. I'd love it even. I mean, and when I watched it,
Wow.
rewatched it, I got more into it. And you
Especially
know,
what's happening to right now. You think about
oh
Munich, that's
God,
such an important film. Yeah, and that
yeah,
Spielberg made that. A lot of people I don't think really got that what that movie was saying at the
yeah.
time.
You
And
know, you've
now it's
opened my
very
eyes,
important.
and I'm watching movies now because okay, so we had a discussion about the Knives Out movie. We had a discussion
Yeah.
about Wuthering Heights. If you want to, I don't know if you want to talk Wuthering
Yeah.
Heights, but
No, of course.
in film school, I was very critical of films, went into deep how what the message was, everything. There was a time in the 2000s where I kind of just didn't go that deep and just enjoy. I'm like, I'm just going to enjoy everything. But lately, I've been watching films that have affected me, and I kind of haven't tapped into why. And then you kind of have been bringing that out, like, because you're different, like you said, you see a film. If you don't like a film, why didn't I like it? What? And then
Yeah,
you
I want
start
to know
getting into the
why.
filmmakers,
That's what
and
art's about.
yeah. And so I was like, I don't want to tap into that. And a lot of it being in the business, I guess I was afraid to kind of express my opinion because I don't want to offend someone who I may work with. You know? I mean, think of that way because that's happened where I've been on set and I'm like, oh, I'm working with this person. I'm gonna,
Yeah,
so
but I understand that solo,
mhm.
but I think as an artist, it's more offensive to give someone a bullshit. That was great
Yeah,
than it
no,
is to
that's a
say,
great
like,
point.
hey, you know what? You tried there, but it didn't quite make it for me. Like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, because you've created shit and I've created shit. We made podcasts that didn't just quite someone and we have analyzed ourselves and gotten
yeah,
better,
yeah.
you know?
But
So
I'm realizing that's okay to do and not,
yeah,
I'm so
totally.
worried about offending someone that I don't
Yeah.
want. Like I mean I'm not taking personal cracks. I'm not like Kiefer Sutherland's
That's what I'm saying.
screw him. It's
That's
like I love
exactly
Kiefer
why.
Sutherland, but the movie didn't work for me, and this is why.
Exactly. We never
So
do that, man.
yeah, so I'm more open to doing that now, and I thank you for helping me with that
I'm
because
glad.
it does make for interesting conversation. Because me and my wife did go see Wuthering Heights. She wanted to see it, and I didn't have a great experience with it. It was it wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting more of a traditional, I guess it's a kind of a new take on the book and there were certain parts I didn't like. I wanted to like it and it just didn't work for me. And I guess the way women were treated in the movie really made me feel uncomfortable. And seeing it
That's
in
what
a
I've been
theater,
hearing. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
it just there's a lot that didn't work. I didn't love the characters and the love story itself. I felt like I didn't root for them to be together, so it was a tough one. It was a tough one.
I think that's why I really like that director and I really liked Saltburn because
Oh, I haven't seen Saltburn.
I think what she's trying to deal with is more so power dynamics
Hmm.
and what it looks like for a person to choose to be subjugated, what it looks like for a person to want to either be submissive or dominant in a relationship or sexually or whatever. I find that to be interesting, especially from a female director working on such a large scale with such
Right.
a big amount of money and huge stars. So that's why I was interested in your reaction to it. I was never like, oh, you should like it. I'm never
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I never think someone should like it. I just think it's worth. I have always been of the opinion that if something affects you, there is no positive or negative. Like if I see something and I'm repulsed by it, I want to know why. If I see
Right.
something and I'm like, this is a fucking waste of time, I want to try to figure out why did they waste their time? That's interesting to me. Why'd you put so much effort into this dumbass movie? That's kind of interesting. Um, so yeah, I'm glad. But in the same respect, you can do both, can't you? Like I watch a movie like War Machine, and am I could I, if I wanted to, find some kind of deep like subtext in it? I'm sure I could. I don't know if I have so far, but that's
Hmm.
okay. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I enjoy the movie. And I might be surprised to find out it actually does have some kind of, anti-AI or some kind of shit like that. But I did like the explosions and things blew up. And that's the same thing as there might be some people who even see that Wuthering Heights and they're like, I don't know if I really understand this movie, but I like it when somebody does something weird or on screen or you know what I
Yeah, it just
mean?
wasn't
Like
for me.
I want to
I
see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I disagree with. See, when you say it wasn't for you, it what I think it's more like saying, um, I found it interesting still because I still think when you
I didn't
limit
though.
yourself to think,
I didn't find it interesting.
well, you did because you were provoked by it.
Okay. Interesting to me is something I want to talk about. I don't really want to talk about this movie.
Okay, you don't want to talk about it, but that's because it made you feel uncomfortable. See, we're getting back to the root
No,
of
but
it.
I also thought it was pretty bad as well.
But didn't you find that interesting of why something on such a large scale with a big stars and everything is that bad?
Okay,
You don't
okay, I
find
see
that
what you're saying.
interesting?
Yeah, okay, I
That's
get
what I
I guess
mean.
interesting to me, I guess I use the word interesting as positive and I want
Okay,
to
there you
explore.
go. I
This I don't want
understand.
to
I
explore
dig it.
it,
I dig it.
but yeah, that's all. And I may be using
I'll give
different
you,
words.
yes, I will give you a good example. Like in the reality world, I don't like all reality TV solo. Actually, there's a show called
Suddenly
Mormon
Amish.
Wives.
Oh.
Wait, what did you say?
The Amish, Suddenly Amish,
No,
I think
no,
it's
no,
called.
no. That was
That thing's
bad. That was so
freaking
fake
terrible.
too. That was terrible.
That is
No,
awful.
there's the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which is on Hulu, and people love it. And as I might say too, that's just not my thing. For some reason, it rubs me the wrong way. But I do try to explore why it rubs me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna. That doesn't mean I'll go watch it, right?
Okay. Yeah, I got you. I
But
got
I
you.
might play that through my mind as
Yeah.
an
No,
exercise. That's all. Yeah.
no,
That's why I'm
that's
never
good to do. I guess
encouraging.
for
If you don't like it, you don't like it.
yeah, I guess for me, because I wouldn't use the word interesting because I really don't want to talk like I mean I'm talking about it because I like talking about it with you and we're going a little deeper. But like, me and my wife had a conversation about it. I got her perspective. I mean, she didn't love it, but she liked it and she understood the characters more than me of why they were doing things, at least from her perspective as a woman and
Mm.
being from Eastern Europe. And just kind
Oh,
of she connected more with the story of why the characters acted the way they did. And
okay.
I was just so like it was stupid to me the way. But talking about it more, I get why like the male acted the way he did. But like in my perspective, I'm like, why would you act that way? If you really want to be with her, act this way, you know? But
Yeah.
with his upbringing and the time, that's what he knew, and that's so like I understand it more,
Totally.
but it just, and I say it wasn't for me, meaning it's, it just, the movie wasn't for me, but I'm glad I saw it because
Yeah.
sometimes not watching stuff that isn't good, or well, isn't
You
good is a
think isn't for you can
isn't for
actually
you.
teach you something.
It teach, and you learn from it, and we can't just,
That's all I'm saying. You
yeah,
don't do it all the
experiencing
time.
stuff that's great is
Yes.
fun, but you need those
Exactly, my friend.
to
That's why I
balance it
would
out.
never, like, I'm not going to say to you, no, Solo, you should spend 99% of your life watching shit you don't like. No, you should
Right,
do
right.
what you like. But it is good every once in a while. Maybe it
No, it
isn't
is.
only every once in a while to challenge yourself by saying, you know what, like I do that too. It's like sometimes say, you know what, I make fun of this type of show, or I say, this sucks. I'm going to actually, oh, look, it's there. I'm going to look at it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just like watch it for 5 or 10 minutes or so. I just always have done things like that. I remember when I was reading books and my aunt Marie used to read like these really cheesy romance books, and
Mm.
I was like, oh my God, what is that? So like, you know what? I'm gonna read one of these. So I read one of them, and I was like, okay, it pretty much was what I thought, but now I actually knew what it was.
Mm.
I wasn't just talking about it. I wasn't just bullshit. Oh, blah,
Yeah.
blah. I actually fucking did it. And I could say, I understand what the appeal of this book is for her,
Right. And for
So it was
me,
interesting.
because my wife wanted to go, she wanted to go see it in the theater. I wanted to love it for her. I mean, for
Ah, there was
us.
an experience
I
then.
wanted us to walk out of the movie, hold
And
hands, and we
go
kind of talk
home.
about it. And
Yeah.
that didn't happen, and that disappointed me because even though I didn't want to go see the movie, my wife did. I want my wife to be happy and enjoy it,
Yeah.
and she made the pick. And movies
Yep.
going is expensive.
Yep.
After you buy a
Well,
couple of
see,
drinks, it's
you don't.
$70 that I won't see anymore. I could have bought 12 Blu-rays,
You
but
needed to
that's not what it's
watch
about.
Whimpering Humps, not Withering Heights. So that's what
Maybe I
you.
was turned into a whimpering hump after watching that movie.
No, but
But
that's
no,
what
I
you wanted to go to a different store. You wanted a different type of movie out of what you got. You
yeah,
wanted
and it
something
just,
to excite the romance between
well,
you,
that's
and
what
it did
my
not
wife's
work.
expectation was.
Yes.
We would
I,
go see this
yep.
movie,
Yeah.
be nice, and
I
we'd have a beautiful
I
evening
think that
together.
might be what the movie was doing too, right? Like that's why I found the discourse and the discussion about this movie kind of interesting because I
Mhm.
think you were not alone.
Yeah, and that, yeah, I'm glad I'm not
The
alone. But
expectation to what was
yeah, I really
delivered
wanted,
seemed to be different.
one thing that did throw me off was the Margot Robbie character and then the lead guy character when they're supposed to be playing young. They look like they're 40-year-olds playing 18-year-olds. And I'm like, has she been captive for 20 years and now she doesn't know about life? Like that didn't
I
work.
you're just like I would get caught on that too.
I
The
did
whole
get caught
movie, I
on
would
that.
be like, "What the fuck?
I'm
What
like,
is this? What's going on? Doesn't he
she
realize
looks
how
like
she
she
looks
should
the same?"
be, her life should be over during this time at this age.
Listen. I just don't understand. Back in the day, when you had a scene with younger people, you just cast younger people, okay? But if they
And
don't
they
want to
did.
take this, oh, really?
They do when they're really young,
Oh, but then
but
they
when
made them
but
too.
then
They
when they're
went to them
supposed
too.
to be 20,
Okay,
maybe. I was trying to figure out what age they were. It
they
looked like
wouldn't commit to it.
I think they should have maybe went cast for late teenage, and then go to them. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how old they're supposed to be. It just felt like they were acting way too young for what they looked like.
I have no idea how old Margot Robbie is because to me, she looks like if you told me she was 47, I would believe you. And if you told me she was 27, I would believe you.
Yeah.
I don't know why. She just looks, and also in this day and age where Botox and fillers and like everyone has a perfectly flat face, I don't know how old anybody is supposed to look.
Well, yeah.
It's like insane. Some of the man, I'm telling you, I think it's really, and this is not, and I'm not making a comment on women because it's men too.
Of
It's
course.
100% men too.
Yeah, it's everybody.
It's everybody, and it's at such a young age, like in 20s now, people are getting
I know.
Botox.
I know.
Now listen, that's a different world from me. I'm not, I have all four people doing whatever the hell they want with their bodies, but does affect the way you look, and we are talking about an
It comes
industry
d
in which looks matter. So I think it's fair to state that it's unnerving sometimes when you're watching a show and you're like, "What the fuck? How could that? What's their face?"
the only thing that upsets me is men and women who get this at 50 or for whatever, get this plastic surgery where they stretch their, and no one ever looks good
I
after that.
know
I
that's
don't
the
understand why
problem.
people think they look good that way. It's
That's
the,
the thing. So if it looked good, I might say, "Oh, hey,
I'd
it
be like,
looks
okay,
good."
dude, that's fine.
Yeah, you're
But
right. You're right.
like
Yeah.
Heather
You're
Locklear or
supposed to
Melanie Griffith,
pretend.
the Las Vegas entertainer, that guy, Wayne Newton or whatever, they get all this work done
It's,
and they must think they look great, but they look like plastic, weird
some of those
people.
picking people out there. It's kids though
I'm
too.
trying to get a man too, and
Oh
because
man,
I don't want to
listen,
just single out women,
there's a crazy example of well, I mean, look at fucking Ben Affleck. Look at Brad Pitt, or a lot of them their faces are so like it's
Yeah.
just, but it's a tough industry. I mean, you're in it,
Well, the
but I
industry,
think,
it that's see, the industry, I kind of get it because the demand, and if you're
yeah.
a leading man or woman and you want to continue that, you're trying. But reality shows that people get all this freaking weird, like a lot of these reality shows, like
It's
people on 90 Day, you look at
I
what they
know.
looked like and what
It's
they look
mental
like now.
illness, man. It's a mental illness.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's body dysmorphia, it's pressure,
Yeah.
it's anxieties, and it's something that is I think, and look, when I say mental illness, people get upset, but mental illnesses are you not only curable sometimes, but you can also live with them. So just because someone has a body dysmorphia or something like that doesn't mean they have to get so much plastic surgery that they look like Barbie or Ken, or just like distort their face in such a way. And you're right. I mean, my wife and I do watch, there's some reality shows, like with, in particular, there are certain Real Housewives shows where sometimes I will just be like, I have to shut this off now,
Yeah.
because it's almost like they're not human beings. They
Yeah.
are a kind of like, nowadays, when you say the word trans, it means something different, right? But there was at one point in science fiction something called like transhumanism,
Hmm.
and that was the human mixed with some sort of synthetic or a kind of different type of where like we
Like
add
Alien
thing.
Earth, right?
Yeah, something like that, like a transhuman. Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you put the consciousness in, or like you're part robot. But it's also like changing the way you look and your face and and so that I think, I mean, in some ways, is there any difference between the Real Housewives and Mike Tyson getting a face tattoo? It's the same thing,
Yeah.
right? It's drastic change to your image because you want to represent or look a certain way to other people.
And
And
unfortunately, when you do that stuff and you're on TV, there everyone's going to criticize. Like if it was just your neighbor doing it who wasn't on TV, you'd probably
it's
feel
a
the same
vicious
way.
circle, but it's
But I
also, you
think
don't
I
have
would,
to do it.
I mean, I hate being judgmental, be like, that looks terrible, but it's just, it's in your face and you see it and you react.
And you're
Like I wouldn't
doing it to
tell them that.
look better, though. That's the thing, too, is
That's
like,
and that there's the rub.
right. You feel bad saying, making fun of, or I mean, I would never look at any person and say, you look a certain, I just don't do that to someone.
Yeah, I couldn't.
So, but when the person specifically went out of their way to pay lots of money to have someone change their facial structure, break their bones, their skin, inject things into their face, it is because they want you to look at it, right?
Yeah,
So
no, that
doesn't it
definitely.
mean that if they asked you, "Oh, how do I look?" and then you say, "Well, you look like you had a bunch of shit stuffed in your face. You don't look human anymore.
Yeah.
You look something that's not quite human." And that's why I think it's interesting that we have, I know we're going off topic, but I find it interesting
That's
that
what
we
we do.
have all this AI stuff coming out, which is fucking crazy. And I don't
Oh,
know
I
if you
know.
watched that Brad Pitt versus Tom Cruise fighting on a roof AI, and but they look, it's AI. It's easier to make AI because so many actors and actresses have AI their own Instagram filtered their own faces,
Hmm.
that the AI doesn't have to get the wrinkles and all that anymore because they don't have any. So if you don't want AI to take over, make your face look like fucking Dustin Hoffman used to look like when he was 30. He looked like he was 60. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of
Roy
wrinkles.
Scheider,
Yeah.
my boy,
You have a hair coming
looked
out
like
your
he was
nose, or, you
59
know,
his whole career.
do something random that AI would never do. And then maybe you will not get taken in and
AI'd.
be an AI character. Because that's what whenever I'm listening, because I listen a lot to The Town, or I'm reading about, like,
Hmm.
it's crazy what they can, the things we were talking about like 6 months ago or a year ago on this show. I think Andy or you and I were talking. I was like, look, soon you're going to be able to go to Netflix and go, I want a movie with The Rock. I want it to have Steve McQueen. I want it to have Humphrey Bogart, and there are three
And
brothers
Patty Duke.
and
Yeah.
Patty do, and they're robbing a bank, and I want it to have a great soundtrack, and you do like a 5 minute checklist, and then like a couple minutes later, Netflix goes, your movie's ready. We are not that far away from that,
That's
dude.
crazy.
We are not that far away from that at all.
Oh, I could be in a movie with Steve McQueen.
Oh, that's the
Bullet
other
2.
part of it. Do you consent to having your face scanned into it and your voice and your characteristics? And
Yeah.
guess what? We'll just listen to you for 5 minutes as you talk to your wife or do whatever.
Hmm.
Now you're in the movie.
So why
Not
become an
that far.
actor anymore and stuff when you
That's
can
the
have it?
question, Solo. But
So
that's really the
yeah.
question. Like, if
No,
we
I
can
know,
do
but
that,
more deep than
what
that. But
there is a place for that in our world. And when I say that, some people might be listening and going, that sounds fucking cool.
well, I did. There was this one app, Jack Glatfelter, a good friend from Jay and Jack, did a. It was some app where you could put your face on like Stallone and be in a Rambo trailer.
Yeah.
And I did that a few
Yeah.
times, and a few people thought, "You're the new Rambo." I'm like, I know it looked good, right? But no, I'm not the new Rambo.
But I mean, it's crazy how it's like, I guess it's that kind of idea of convergence too in technology and culture, where the actors look more like AI. AI comes around, and then pretty soon it's like, what is real? What is not? Like, it's like
Could
you're,
they AI correct the end of Game of Thrones? You know,
it was like, what's the difference between the Avatar characters and the Real Housewives of New York City? Not that much.
location.
Exactly. Like, they're both creatures from
Wait, can
another
we make the Real
world,
Housewives blue and send them
you
to
know? But then I feel the same way whenever I tune into one of those like um uh NCIS shows on CBS. They look the same.
yeah.
They're like cops fighting, and they never sweat, they never look dirty. Their clothes are always perfect. Their makeup is always perfect while they're shooting a machine gun. And I'm just like, what am I it's very
One thing,
artificial.
one of the, I mean, The Wire is probably my second all-time favorite show. Lost is probably has to be number one, the amount of time and how much I loved it. But The Wire is number two for me. And I love The Wire because everyone looked normal.
They were shooting on the streets. Yeah,
They were shooting
everything
on the street,
looked
but
real, dude.
like McNulty has an affair with Deirdre Lovejoy, and Deirdre Lovejoy is a good-looking woman, but not like not Margot
Yes,
Robbie. And I
exactly.
like that and his wife is really good looking. So it was like
They
I'm glad he
cast,
had an affair with someone
yes.
who wasn't just a pinup
They
model.
didn't stunt
It was real.
cast.
It
Uh,
was
uh,
real.
real. You're right, and that's why we like shows like Task, right? That's
Yeah.
why we like shows where people look more real and everything. Because I think that as you push further, look at even YouTube. What are all the kids like? They're authentic. They tell me about their life. Why do you crave that so much? Because everything
Mhm.
else is so fake,
Yeah.
you know?
It's a good point.
It's like Marvel stuff. If you grow up your whole life with superheroes going around, then when Sean Baker makes a movie and it's like real people running around, and Nora, people they fall in love with it. They're like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, I could have made this with my phone," you know?
Yeah.
Like, just do it by myself. So, I don't know, Solo. That's our next gig.
All
Uh,
right.
that's like the podcast here. We talked about life, the universe, and everything today.
And it
All
was
right, I gotta go
fantastic.
eat.
I gotta
What
eat.
time
I
is
haven't
it?
eaten yet today.
Oh my God, it's 4 o'clock.
Is it four
This was
already?
great. Look,
Yeah.
Solo surprised me with the Patreon cast. I love it. Had no idea.
With the new mic and everything, I feel more complete.
Dude, this is really working. The new mic is really working. I feel like you're
It's
more
changed.
engaged. I feel like you can hear me. I can hear you better.
I feel like
I
I'm
feel
doing like a
closer to
radio
you.
show and I feel
Yep.
more versus my Bluetooth's in and I'm just kind of talking to my guys
I love
and
it.
girls.
I love it. I love more of
This is
you.
this is working for me. And it's
And
gonna be a new generation coming soon.
ooh, uh-oh. And we're still
Not the
live
Who.
on YouTube. All right,
Hey,
let's say goodbye, YouTube people. Goodbye,
bye YouTube.
Patreon people. We
Thank
love
you.
you all. And by the way, hello to Alex, our newest patron who just joined
Alex.
yesterday.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Alex. Look at that. One day
Or
in and you're already
could be a
getting
female, but
exclusive.
probably not.
Yeah, that's true. We don't know.
'Cause I have
Well,
friends
see,
that
I
call
thought it was
Alex.
Alex from the Facebook. That's what, and I who I know is a dude,
Right.
so that's why I said that. But
That
maybe
could be.
it's not. It could be a different Alex. Alex, whoever you are, we love you. Thank
Alex
you.
Hahn, Esquire? No. Could it be?
Could it be? I don't
Ooh.
know. If it is, we'll probably get an email telling us how much we suck later on today.
And we need, do we have too many ads? And
Yep.
no, that's different.
All the
Anyway,
things we did
we
wrong.
love you. We love you, Dr. Hahn.
All right. Later.